This is Financial Straight Talk with Jim Fox.
It is Financial Straight Talk, and we are glad to have you with us. Alongside Jim Fox, of course, he's the founder, president, investment advisor, rep, and of course, he's the star of the show. He's also the Financial Straight Talker himself. My name's Kevin McAlpin. We hope you're having a wonderful weekend, and Jim and I thank you so much for joining us week in and week out as we bring you all the latest when it comes to planning for your retirement. And Jim, I know that, something we've talked about on the show, and we'll get to it more as we continue throughout 2026. An exciting year at Wadadley Financial Group. You have made some changes to the office, some great display pieces in there as well, and pretty soon opportunities for our listeners to come in and get these classroom atmospheres right there in the office with you. A really exciting 2026 ahead for you.
Yeah, lots of things happening. Had our first One Big Beautiful Bill. Turned out great. Turned out absolutely great. We had a tentative date picked, but unfortunately, it's like story of my life, right? Scheduling challenges. So we're working on another One Big Beautiful Bill. We're working on a long-term care alternative, like using assets for long-term care. We're going to be doing the market updates. We're going to call those our town hall meetings. There's just so many things. We have for our listeners right now, we have a lunch and dinner workshop coming up. Going to be focused mainly on taxation, is going to be March 26th, lunch and dinner. We don't see a lot of lunch and dinner ones, typically all dinners. We're going to be doing more lunch workshops as well. Social Security is coming, but lots of things happening, man. Lots of activity. So really excited.
And again, if you're looking for more details, you can always visit the website. Of course, it is getfst.com. Jim's schedule of when the events will be up there will be posted. And of course, we always save a few spots for our radio listeners as well. So stay tuned. Exciting things coming here in the new year at Wadadley Financial Group. So, Jim, I know we talk a little sports on this show. We like to talk a little music and entertainment as well. And obviously the band The Eagles, boy, they have been doing it for a long, long time. Matter of fact, year after year, they've been ranked as one of the highest grossing concert tours around. I know you're a big music guy. You ever see The Eagles in concert?
So I've never seen them in concert. Interestingly enough, we have a fully signed Eagles guitar in our classroom, which is really cool. So much so that it has the 6 signature, and I can't remember the guy's name who they kicked out, but it's a pretty cool thing to have. So if you're an Eagles fan, I can't sing, but you can come on in and check out a guitar that's signed by the entire Eagles, which is really cool.
Including the guy that we can't remember his name. He was kicked out.
They kicked him out. Exactly.
There you go. We'll decipher that for you. We'll get back to you on who the 6th signature is on that one. But for those folks listening, Jim, if the Eagles are on your concert bucket list, well, you better hurry and you better get yourself a ticket here in 2026, because Don Henley recently told CBS Sunday Mornings that 2026 could mean the end of the line for the famous rock group.
I think this year will probably be it, and I'm okay with that. I would like to spend more time with my family, and I would like to spend more time growing vegetables. And I've traveled all over the world, but I haven't seen much of it because we see the airports and the hotel room and the venue, and we don't get out much. And so I'd like to go back to some of the same places I've been and see more of those places. I have 4 kids and a grandchild, and there's just lots of other things to do.
And Jim, obviously, whether it's Don Henley or whether it's folks that you deal with every day here on the Space Coast, I know a lot of folks say the same thing about retirement. So when it comes to helping put a plan together, making sure that there, someday doesn't turn into someday maybe, how are you able to really help folks, envision what that next chapter of life might look like?
So it's going to sound super cheesy, right? But it's all about having a plan. It really, really, truly is. And there lies the biggest problem with my industry, is because there is never a plan. And I know compliance said, oh, you just said never. Okay. Most of the time, there never is a plan, right? And why do I say that? Because I see it day in and day out. You go see somebody, they sell you something. You go see somebody else, they sell you something else. You go see somebody else, they sell, and everyone has a difference of opinion, and this product is great and that product isn't. And Jim, did you say the new article that they're going to take away my money if this happened? It's always something, right? Mm-hmm. My voices are all over the place.
I love them.
Right?
I love them.
It's just crazy, right? But here's the deal, guys, is that if you don't have a plan, how are you supposed to enjoy retirement? Like it's like this. I love to travel. I love to travel. But you know what I truly love most about traveling? The planning to travel. See, Michelle, when we're going somewhere, she's lucky if she knows what time the plane is leaving, okay? She might know the first stop, but she's like, hey, I'm along for the... And she experiences travel in the moment. While I love the planning of it. I know what we're doing on Tuesday. This trip to Japan is going to be awesome for us. Why? Because I'm the only one that knows day in and day out what we're doing. And I love it. Why? Because God wired me that way. I'm a planner. I love it. Michelle is an experiencer. She wants to go out and experience things. Most of you are not retirement planners. You've been teachers, lawyers, cops, engineers, whatever it is, owned your own business, but you're not planners. And most people in my industry are sellers. They're not planners. When we sit down with Kevin and Melissa, we say, what are your dreams? What are your goals? And you tell us, what are your income needs? Jim, we really need $6,000. Are you going to be able to do everything you need on $6,000, Kevin? Really? No, not really. Probably need $7,500. Great. So $7,500, that does all the things you need, right? Absolutely, Jim. So what we do is, okay, well, Social Security is going to make up 3 of that. That means $4,500 needed. Can your investments generate $4,500? Yes or no? If the answer is no, Kevin, we got to work longer. Work longer or save a little more, right? It's that simple. That is how you build plans. And we say, Kevin, we're going to shove some money in that bucket right over there. And that bucket is going to pay you. Now, the problem is we have $1 million, but I got to put $600,000 in that bucket so it'll meet the income needs for the rest of your life and the rest of Melissa's life. The rest of the money, the $400,000 that's left, we have a little bit of fun with it. We can do fun things. We can go in and buy things. We can do extra stuff, but we can't mess with the 600. Why? Because it's filling the shortfall. See, this is so simple, it's stupid. But yet 90%, if not 95% of the people that I see that come through my door don't have a plan like this. They have a bunch of great stocks, great mutual funds. And I go, how are you going to meet shortfall needs? I don't know. Well, don't you think it's kind of important?
Right.
I mean, that's the reality of it. And see, here's what's crazy. I have people that are in their 70s that still don't have a plan. And they go, well, I'm just going to pull that money out when I get to it. Well, is that your plan? What happens if all of a sudden you're a crypto guy like somebody we know, and one day out of nowhere, the market just falls in half? Because that happened to somebody we know, right? Somebody on this show. Guess what? I don't get to pull no money out of crypto because it dropped half this value. That is life, and that is retirement. And just imagine if somebody had the forethought to say, man, if I could create a radio show and a business built around the idea of providing my clients and our community with the idea of understanding the importance of a plan, and then execute that idea in a way that isn't filled with salesmanship and nonsense. See, I'm getting irritated by my own area, Kevin, because people come in and they're like, what you trying to sell me? Why are you worried about that now? Because you bought all this other junk. I'm the one guy that's trying to make sense of it. See, here's the issue. People like my mom and dad never had someone in their corner. The only person that knocked on their door was a Kirby vacuum cleaner salesman. See, that is the example what baby boomers deal with. That is an example what so many people, they go to a guy and he goes, buy this annuity, buy this mutual fund, buy this stock. Yeah, my neighbor across the street said I need to buy some of that Doji coin. Whatever it is. If you don't have a plan, there's a good chance you're not going to make it. And if you do make it, you're not making it very effective. All right. You're not taking advantage of all the opportunities from a tax standpoint, from a legacy standpoint. See, having a plan matters. And most of you don't have a plan. You just got a bunch of stuff. I'm going to do a workshop, and I'm going to start the bunch of stuff workshop. Because people need to understand a bunch of stuff doesn't get you to where you need to get to. It's an ingredient. It doesn't make a meal unless you know how to put it all together. That's what a plan does. Every single week we get on air and we talk about the importance of a plan. Every single workshop I get in front of the room and talk about the importance of a plan. Every single day I have 3, 4, 5, 6 people in my office and I talk about the importance of a plan, and I'm barely scratching the surface. Most of you don't have a plan. Most of you don't know exactly what you need to do the things that you want to do in retirement. And you don't know how those decisions are going to impact the ability of maintaining that income. You don't take in consideration taxation, and you surely don't take in consideration, heaven forbid, if something happens, you need to have been in a nursing home. These are the things that plans do, but yet nobody talks about them. Why? Because they're hard and they're not sexy. That's the issue. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't hear it in my voice, then you're dead. That's the reality of this. I'm not here begging you to become a client. I'm not here begging you to pick up the phone and call us. I'm telling you, this is your opportunity to finally have someone standing in the corner, fighting and working with you to help you make better decisions. But I can't do the work for you. Pick up the phone, give my team a call. They're standing by. They want to get you on our calendar so we can take a look at your plan and make sure that it makes sense. And if you don't have a plan, we can put one together, but we can't do it without you. Pick up the phone. Give us a call. 321-414-7526. Again, 321-414-plan.
Again, if you are looking to have some of these conversations with Jim Fox and the team at Wadadley Financial Group, remember, folks, there's no cost, there's no obligation. Schedule that conversation today, and we do have teammates standing by, even on the weekend, to get you on his calendar. Again, folks, that number is 321-414-7526. You can hear the passion in Jim's voice each and every week right here on the radio show. 321-414-PLAN. Or online, you can always visit Jim and his team at GetFST.com. Stands for Financial Straight Talk. And of course, it's what you get on this show every single week. GetFST.com. Well, Jim, I'm glad to see your blood pressure has come back down to a normal rate. And before we run out of time on this week's show, sir, the floor is once again all yours for the final word.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, guys, every week, Kevin and I say the same thing. We know that you have tons of options when it comes to getting financial information, and we're just honored to be one of those resources. So like he said, if there's anything we can do, pick up the phone, give us a call. We're standing by to help you out. But with all that being said, on behalf of myself and Mr. Kevin Mack, I want to thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you next time on the Financial Straight Talk.
Thanks for listening to Financial Straight Talk with Jim Fox. To learn more, visit getfst.com.
Insurance products are offered through the insurance business Wadadley Financial Group. Wadadley Financial Group is also an investment advisory practice that offers products and services through Impact Partnership Wealth LLC IPW, a registered investment advisor. IPW does not offer insurance products. The insurance products offered by Wadadley Financial Group are not subject to investment advisor requirements. Investing involves risk, including the potential loss of principal. Any references to protection, safety, or lifetime income generally refer to fixed insurance products, never securities or investments. Insurance guarantees are backed by the financial strength and claims paying abilities of the issuing carrier. This show is intended for informational purposes only. It is not intended to be used as the sole basis for financial decisions, nor should it be construed as advice designed to meet the particular needs of an individual's situation. Wadadley Financial Group is not permitted to offer, and no statement made during this show shall constitute tax or legal advice. Our firm is not affiliated with or endorsed by the U.S. government or any government agency. The information and opinions contained herein provided by third parties have been obtained from sources believed to be reliable, but accuracy and completeness cannot be guaranteed by Wadadley Financial Group.